Hello everyone, this is Jack from Dr. Prius App. Welcome back to my lab/garage where I do all my crazy experiments and the rapid prototyping and share with you. This is actually the part 2 of the episode where I'm going to attempt to double or triple the EV range of a Prius Plug-in using this latest and greatest Nexcell lithium behind me. And not only doing the testing, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process to do the installation. Actually, surprisingly, the installation process is easier when comparing to the regular Prius. So stay tuned to find out more. Okay, before we begin the swap, let me show you the difference between the Toyota NMC lithium cell compared to the Nexcell NMC lithium cell. First thing is the dimension. You can see the Nexcell lithium is bigger in dimension when comparing to the Toyota one. But that also creates a problem for our cell because it's going to be harder to fit in the car where everything is so compact. So we work around with this 3D printing bracket and the bus bar and the holding bracket to make it happen. Everything is right to the point and everything is work around the contour of the existing Prius plug-in case. So we make it happen, it fit right in just like the Toyota stock battery. Another thing, due to the bigger dimension, now we have much more capacity. The stock one has total 21.3 of the mAh capacity, where the Nexcell lithium has 50 mAh capacity. So we're talking about more than double of the capacity, and hopefully that translates to double the EV range, or more than double the EV range. Another thing worth mentioning is that take a listen to this. You can hear the water splashing there. This is called the wet electrolyte design. It's old technology. In today's standard, is considered dangerous because everyone is getting away from the wet electrolyte and going to a solid state battery configuration. Therefore, in this corner, the Nexcell lithium, there's no liquid splashing inside. It is still not a solid state, but it's called gel electrolyte. It's much safer comparing to the older design. And here's the plan. The batteries is right here in the trunk space. And let me show you. Once you take out the mats and the cover, that's the battery right there. There's a cover, metal aluminum. You need to take it out. You're exposed total of 4 battery, 1, 2, 3, 4, and replace them one by one. That's it. That's why I'm telling you. It's probably easier than the regular Prius. So let me show you the detail. So what you need for this job is exactly the same as the regular Prius. First, you're gonna need a socket 8, number 10, number 12, and number 14. Also, you're gonna need a plier or a needle nose plier to take out the small clip from the panel. Then power tool is highly recommended to save you time. At the end, I think this is the most important. You want to be organized and put all the bolts and nuts inside the tray. Don't lose anything. Let's get the job started. Now I'll move back to the battery. All right, let's take a look. Service plug right here. Port 90 degree, take it out. Now it cut the battery, the voltage to half, so it's safe to work on the car. All right, so I see a bunch of 10 and 12 millimeter. Let's start with the 10. Sorry, that was 12, now it's 10. Oh, there's very hard to reach 10 over here on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 total. So I'm gonna find an extension to do the job. And while we are at it, let's disconnect the 12 volt battery as well. 10 millimeter. Just loosening up. Need some persuasion. Here we go. Another 10 millimeter over here. Now let's move to the front of the battery pack here. And let's see what we got. It's 10. Unclip the sensor. That's the temperature sensor. Put it aside. A couple more. 10 millimeter. This is covering the ECU, the battery ECU. And the wiring. Here we go. That's the battery ECU. That's all the wiring going in and out the battery. And this is the main terminal right here. You don't need to worry about at all. What you can do for safety measure, you can measure the voltage, make sure no voltage in and out the battery at this time. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have it right now for this car. Because it already has it. Okay. All right. So there are a couple of more right here. Let me see. That's a 12 millimeter. And once we finish this, the aluminum cover can be taken out. That's it. Here we go. Let's move to the back. That's all the bolts to hold the cover in place. So let's move out the panel here. It's pretty light, made of aluminum, easy to work with. And that's the battery. Module 1, 2, 3, 4. Today's goal is to replace this with the Nexcell lithium, and remember there's also an air duct and a lot of wire harness that you need to remove and put it back to the lithium cell, the new lithium cell. Alright, so first thing is the venting tube. I need to take out the tube so I can take out the module one by one. Let's start with the first one on the left side. This is all plastic, even the screw is made of plastic, so patience is a virtue. Plastic clip. I kind of use my finger at the bottom to force the plastic clip out. Easier that way. Yeah, put my finger underneath, put pressure on it so I can screw it out, like so. Alright, now the tube is coming out. Okay, the reason why we need to remove the tube is to access the bolt in here to hold the battery in place. There are two for each battery on one side, another two on the other side. You see, there's also a black tube over here you need to remove in order to access that 12mm as well. So we'll do that next. Take out the bracket for the ECU so you can access the tube. That's the ECU. And the tube in the front, or the venting tube in the front, is holding by a plastic clip as well. So pry out. Ready to go. Couple more. Okay, now you can see the bolt is right here, so we got access to the bolt. 12mm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So after you finish with the 12mm, there are a couple of 10mm, actually 2, 3 on each side, holding the battery down with a aluminum plate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Now the battery is loose, so you can actually take it out. But before doing so, we need to release the 8mm bolt for the wiring. Or the power wire, power cable. I believe that's either the negative or positive side. Okay, put it aside. And this is the balance cable that simply unhook. And I'm pretty sure on this side, another 8mm right here. This is connecting to the next module. All right. See, everything loose. We can take the battery out. And look at this, nice and clean, no corrosion, no nothing. This is the beauty of lithium battery. Everything is so clean. If you're working on a regular Prius, you should know how nasty it is with all the corrosion going on with the nickel metal hydride battery. This is what I'm calling. I like working in this kind of environment. There's nothing I need to wash or clean up. It's everything just clean after all this year as well. No toxic. All right, the rest of the packs are exact the same process. Take out the 12mm, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 on the side, and then the power cable and balancing cable, and taking out one by one. Yeah, and then we can start swapping all the accessories, the tube, the cover, the plastic cover, to the new Nexcell lithium one by one. All right, all the brackets move over to the new battery cell module there, including the fuse, and now it's the venting, the top on the venting on the top. And since this is a prototype, we don't have any bracket for the venting yet, so I'm just going to tape it, temporary, for testing purpose. But your production version will have the everything to clip on, just like the original. Again, the plastic clip is pretty fragile, So I wouldn't recommend using the power tool on this. Alright, nice. Time is to put it back into the car. One side at a time. Make sure the wires, cable clear. Yep, cable free. Install it in reverse order. Last one. Alright, the front and back bracket is secure onto the chassis now. So now let's secure the side bracket was the 10mm nut or bolt. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 plugs. This one is for the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 accordingly. So yeah, let's trace it. The one with the green dot, yep, that's number 4. That's good. everything back together. The plastic clip. The torque spec is the same as the Prius, which is 3 to 4 pound-feet of torque. So I know my power tool, so I understand that the 3 clicks is about 3 pound-feet of torque. But if you don't understand, or if you don't know your power tool, it's better to use a torque wrench to make sure you don't over torque and snap the terminal stud. One, two, three. Okay, alright, before you put everything back on now, double check all the cable. You want everything connected. For example, this one connecting to the temperature sensor, I believe it's right here. I'm just going to connect it temporarily for now, because I'm going to fire the car, actually connect the 12-volt battery and the service mufflers and 12-volt battery. Insert 90-degree and connect, clip in. Okay, and for the 12-volt battery, it's on. Yep, the power's on. Double check everything. Everything's connected. Don't worry about all the protection panels at this time. Yeah, and double check. Multiple temperature sensor is on. This one's connected. The battery ECU, everything's connected. Main terminal never disconnect, so it's still there. All right. And at this time, don't touch anything. Don't get shocked by the high voltage. And now let's go ahead and fire the car. All right. Prepare your Dr. Prius app. Fire it up. You have to hit it twice. Hear the clicking. And connect to the Dr. Prius app. It's good. Engine start. No error code. Let me check. Go to special feature page. Read battery error. No error. Read engine error. No engine ECU error. Job success. Alright, let's put the aluminum panel back on. Alright, just put 6 10mm bolts on both sides, and now at the end, let's finish up. And that's it. And if you take a look at the tray, there's no nuts, no bolt left. That's what you want to see. If you have something left over, then definitely you have to take it around and find out where you're missing. Okay, so let me put all the plastic tray, all the bucket back on. Snap in. Here we go. Side pocket, snap in, all right. The bolt for the seat is extra large, so I put it under the floor. This particular bolt is very easy to strip, so you want to hand tight first. I made a mistake so many times. Okay. Same thing on this side, hand tight. If you power tool it, it's gonna strip. Here we go. Should go in smoothly. Last one. Same thing here. Hand tight. And we are done. All right. Show snapping place. And that's it. The total time I spent this time is about 4 hours. This is my second time working on the Prius plug-in, so I should say it could go a little bit faster than this. But when comparing to a regular Prius, I think this is much cleaner. You basically take out the whole thing and put it back on the same way. There's nothing you need to soak in the vinegar for 12 hours or so. Everything nice and clean. So this is it. In the next episode, we're gonna show you the EV range test, maybe some torture testing and 0 to 60 testing. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you at the next one.